Okay. Can I have a roll call, please?
Covert.
Here.
Crowner.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Dees.
Here.
Young.
Here. Need to perfect and approve the agenda for this evening. So moved.
Support.
Motion with support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. On the consent agenda, I want to pull item number 2. I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve as amended.
Support. Motion with support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Looks like we're going to have a very short meeting tonight. Oh, yippee. And we'll go to council and staff reports. We'll start with our city administrator, Greg Monsager.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see. Past 7 days, we've had 10 building permits. 4 of them are large remodels, several $100,000 each, so nice to see that development continuing. We were talking earlier today, there have been solicitors in town without permits going door to door, and they've, at least one of them have been told that they should cease and desist immediately. If somebody has an issue, we'd encourage them to call the non-emergency number with the city, 319-671-7001. And let's see here. The DOD grant application submitted, and we received 3 letters of support from our senator and congressional in D.C., so that was nice to hear. And if you could please either take your laptops home or put them in the conference room and back, we'd appreciate it for tonight. It's going to be busy in here during the festivities. That's all for tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll move on to Public Works, Chase Williams.
The pool's up and running. We got a couple minor issues. A sump pump outside the pool house isn't working, and then we have something stuck in one of our new check valves, but it's working for now. Hopefully we can keep it like that until the end of the pool season. So, Denko is going to come down starting Monday or Tuesday to start crack sealing all the roads that we budgeted for. So look for them and look for no parking signs throughout town where they're going to be. And then Proline Striping is going to be here to paint the new turn lanes next week sometime by Fast Break. And then we'll be back on a later date to do the rest of the town. And then just getting ready for 4th of July, so that's all I got.
Okay, we'll move on to my police chief and fire chief, Jesse.
Started July 1st is a new hands-free law for cell phones. No phone in your hand while driving, stopped at a red light, in the travel portion of the roadway. You have to do it all by Bluetooth. It's got to be voice activated. You can touch it on your steering wheel to answer your phone or whatever, but no phone in your hand for any reason while driving. So I've already pulled over several people, reminded them it's a 6-month law, and then starting January 1st we can start enforcing it, writing citations. Right now it's warnings only. And then we just want to let you know I had a resident contact me today, lives out on Highway 406, wanting to talk about lowering the speed limit from 55 to 45 along there. I explained to him the process. We just don't have any stats to suggest that we need to do that. There is a fair amount of bicycles that do travel up and down that roadway, and it is a it's a fairly populated traffic for semis, bigger vehicles. There's just not a whole lot of room out there on Highway 406. He's lived out there for several years and just had some close calls himself, but we just don't have any traffic accident data out there. We don't have much for traffic accidents. All of it has been single vehicle accidents where they go off the side of the road, get caught in the gravel, and end up down in a ditch or whatever. But we've had several motorcycle accidents out there where the same thing, where they fall out onto the side of the road and then put the bike down in the ditch. But just wanted to pass that on, that there may be some residents coming up here from Highway 406 asking to reduce that speed limit out there. That's all I have. Having a pancake breakfast for the fire department. We'll be there starting at 6 a.m. on Friday. Drink a lot of water. It's going to be a warm day. We'll have the station open most of the day for people to get out of the sun, and plan on putting up the ladder truck and flowing some water and letting the kids play in it and that kind of stuff with the fire department. So
Will you be there at the griddle at 6:01?
I'll be there about 3:30. So
Don't call me. Kelly, you have anything?
Not tonight.
Angela, you have anything? No. All right, we'll go on to council reports, and we'll start off with Ringo.
Just a couple things on reference to parade. When you, if everybody's listening, come to the white tent and we'll issue out numbers for you in the parade lineup. And I think it's going to be really successful. We've got a lot of entries. I want to thank Sherwood Awning for their assistance. They've really helped out a lot on some of the banners for us. Also on a comment in reference to the pool, I guess they did have a slight problem there, and Kelly was proactive and able to squash the problem pretty quick with the assistance of one of the sergeants. So thank you very much, Kelly, for being so involved in anything. Kelly, our director out there, so and that's it.
Even Kelly Benz?
Kelly Benz, yes.
Oh, okay, because she's shaking her head like
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't that Kelly, but she eyes it all the time, I know, because Travis says that he gets calls from her when they had severe weather and he was eyeing it, helping out on the kids, so appreciate that too, Kelly.
I do have one thing I forgot to mention. Katie put together the sewer credit for filling pools. I don't know, did you send it out in the packet last week?
You went out in the last update,
Just a,
send it out again.
Just kind of a policy. I would probably recommend doing it next year, since we have a lot of people that have filled the pools, or we really can't go back a month and credit the sewer the way it's billed out. It just won't work. It has to be done the same month that the water's used.
Well, we should probably put it on for discussion, just effective date would
Yeah,
be.
it would be just for your consideration, but she kind of put something together.
I was going to say, though, with the meter reading, they would tell the influx on how much they used in a certain month. That's not their norm.
Yeah, but
And
it
they couldn't-
varies from month to month for people too, so.
Well, not 5,000 gallons.
No.
But, I mean, I would think that they ought to be able to get credited for that, since it's not going down the sewer.
I think we put a minimum gallons, because there's a lot of people that have hot tubs and watering grass and little pools that are dumped every day, and that wouldn't apply to this kind of credit.
No,
It was
but
2,000 gallon minimum.
I believe it was
It
2,000
was
gallon
3,000 to
minimum.
5,000, I thought. Anywhere, and somewhere around there. Andy, I'm sure you got a list.
Yeah, one non-Fourth of July thing, the state grant for sports tourism is back on. They thought that was off for next year, but, so I'm going to meet in the Sports Authority meeting next week to put together our grant application for that. So that's very good news. We still have to win it, but that's good news that it's back, and at least we have a shot at it. That's about $75,000 usually if we get it, and helps bring in sports teams and different events to the area, mostly at the Recplex Summit Courts.
Is that done through the Greater Burlington Partnership?
It
or-
is,
Okay,
yep.
that's the umbrella, thank you.
Yep, Chris Graham heads the group, and it's the people from the courts and the Recplex, and then I think Tim Scott and I both sit on that.
Gotcha, cool.
4th of July, obviously Friday. I wanted to thank a few more people that I haven't got to yet. Rule and Rule Real Estate here in West Burlington Lions Club, Ideal Ready Mix, Sherwood you mentioned, and then just kind of today, Kim Ann Photography across the street and the Busted Cup put together a package to be auctioned off that night, so we're going to do that at 8 o'clock, right before we do the big giveaway for the raffle. So we'll auction that off for a photo session and a dinner gift certificate to the Busted Cup. And I believe you get a big framed photo with that as well, so it's a pretty nice package. Other than that, just want to thank everybody for your support. Hope to see you on the 4th. Looks like weather is going to be really good, so I finally looked at it. I hadn't yet, so just thanks for all your help. We couldn't do it without all the city employees and everybody up here that chips in. And then we have lots of people from Mike Davis, Tony Diaz, Jesse across the street at the Broadway that put in a lot of time to make it happen. So thank you, and hope to see you Friday.
Hey, Andy, how are the raffle ticket sales going?
We've not sold as many pre-sale as normal, but it's just because we don't have as many groups selling them as normal. So a few groups kind of dropped out and don't do it anymore. So I had reached out to a lot. I do one every day, but most don't even get back to you. So must not be hurting for money this year, I guess.
Yeah, gotcha. So if we're wanting raffle tickets, come to City Hall tomorrow yet, and then get a buy 'em day of the 4th of July.
Yep, and if you buy them on the 4th of July, the $1 goes to us and the other $1 goes to fund scholarships for high school seniors for West Burlington. So that funds 2 scholarships every year.
Wow.
And the Alumni Association sells the tickets all day that day.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Oh, John,
I have nothing.
what?
Nope.
Let me write that down. Oh, my gosh. Melanie?
Just a couple quick comments. One, Chase, great job on the pool. The water felt wonderful when we were in it on Sunday compared to the last 2 or 3 pools I've been in. Somebody's got it dialed in, so thank you. It was just a good day. Fun to hear the kids playing and everything, so nice job. And also good job on the flowers and plantings. They're just looking good downtown with the little stars, lights, things. It just looks cute. Lastly, the mural's coming along good too on the outside of the building. Is Ally going to be painting some more, or
All day tomorrow.
all day tomorrow she'll be there again?
It should be completed tomorrow.
Awesome, it's looking good, coming along nicely. And last but not least, we now have jet service to Burlington, West Burlington area through the Southeast Iowa Regional Airport. Got to fly on Contour Air today. It was great. From getting on the plane till off was like 36 minutes from Chicago to here. No traffic, so that worked out pretty slick, and the price was right, so I encourage you to take a look at that for your travel plans. Yep, that's all I got, thank you.
How many times do they leave a day, do you know?
Twice,
Twice a day?
don't count as, but like 10:30 and 6 o'clock or something like that, midday and evening. They leave Chicago at 11:30 and 6:30, about like that. And the airplane's big, there's more legroom than any first-class seating. They basically took out every other row of seats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me anyway. Yeah. You put bag of golf clubs in front of your feet and still have room.
So, all right. Then last but not least, the bike races are coming up on the 4th of July, and we started off with registration at 8 o'clock. Today is the last day to register online, but we will have forms there that you can register in person. We have everything set up from last year since we got rained out with lightning and thunder. And I'm assuming, Jess, you'll be there to hand out medals, Greg, and then hopefully Ron will be back. And then I drove up on Van Wees. Chase, will you clean Van Wees off from?
We already swept it once, but with Alice Place doing all their work, it's kind of rough. But we're Houston, Broadway, and Van Wees will get swept again tomorrow. So,
Okay.
but
Some of it looked a little rough, but.
yeah, it's rough.
I don't need kids falling. And I don't think I have anything else, so we'll go to citizens' inquiries, and I don't see anybody. We don't have any old business, so we'll move on to the new business. Item number 1 is considering granting a temporary construction easement and permanent sanitary sewer utility easement to Rise Companies LLC to construct, maintain, repair, and replace a permanent underground sanitary sewer pipe. And this is for the new veterans facility, the building over there. You have anything you want to talk about, Greg?
I just was going to mention on my notes, if I can find them. Yes, here we go. The line was closer, the line is larger, we don't have to tear up Division Street, it's less expensive to do that route. It seemed like a better route to go overall for both parties, so that's why we're recommending the easement. So,
Does this stay their pipe, or do they hand this over to us?
this is the service pipe,
Okay, so that's theirs?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a city main just on the east side of it that they'll be tapping into.
I'd motion to approve.
Second.
Motion with a second. Any other questions or comments or concerns? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I think I did a resolution for this, so we just need to do a roll call.
All right, well, we'll do a roll call for the resolution.
Crowner.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Covert.
Aye.
Passed. Item number 2, consider resolution hiring public works equipment operator. And I'm sure that's you? Hi, how are you? How are you? Good. Cooling off.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Good support.
Jonah, you want to tell us about yourself?
I'm Jonah Marlowe. I've seen most of you. If I haven't, my name is Jonah. So I have gone to West Burlington all my life. My mom was a teacher at Little Marlowe. My dad's Iowa State Patrol. And we lived in Minneapolis. We moved to Burlington in 2012. And then from there, obviously graduated from West Burlington. I have recently taken on the head varsity basketball job at West Burlington. I'm thankful and grateful for that. I currently work at Reed's Landscapes here in town, and I've been thankful for Chase and Greg for giving me an opportunity to come work for such a great community. It looks wonderful all the time. And I'd be very glad to continue to do that.
And who's with you?
This is my wife. This is my wife, Katie.
Danny?
Yep, Danny.
Hi, Danny, nice to meet you. Thanks for showing up today with Jonah.
So just what kind of equipments have you ran in the past?
So actually, before I started working at Reed's, I worked at Altor for Caterpillar, and I ran just about everything under the sun.
Awesome.
Dozer, excavator, skid loader, mini dingo, haul truck and trailer, all that.
Awesome.
And I'm assuming you'll get real good at plowing snow.
Yes. I also do that as well.
Good. All right.
I just want to say thanks for joining us. Glad to have you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
There'll be some family members, there's always some, but that's okay. All right, I got a motion with a second. All those in favor, say aye. Ah, geez, it's another resolution. You got to resolute everything. Roll call for the resolution.
Johnson.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye,
Young.
Aye.
Covert.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
perfect. Welcome to the family.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for showing up.
All right. Do we have any other inquiries or anything like that?
Unless you're going back to your clerk's report you pulled off, or are you just moving that?
It's just not completed
Okay.
yet.
Motion to adjourn. Oh, entertain that motion.
Support.
Motion with the support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.